Hi, folks. Trisha Curtis, CEO of PetroNerds and host of the PetroNerds podcast. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. We had the September 11th commemoration today, which was very interesting, especially on the back of the very rowdy debate that we had last night between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. They met again today and actually shook hands for the second time in their life. But today, September 11th, 2024, we are seeing a very volatile oil market, a very volatile economy, and sort of a deteriorating and backsliding in the economy, which is what we're really seeing weighing on oil prices. So if you want to know everything that's going on in oil prices, why we're seeing $67 oil, and what's going with a weakening 10-year yield curve, and the inflation read that we saw today, I cover all of this in great detail in the introduction I did for the PetroNerds podcast for episode 115. This is an incredible podcast because this is the keynote presentation that I gave in Albuquerque, New Mexico at the Independent Petroleum Association of New Mexico, IPANM, in Albuquerque, New Mexico in July. It is such a great conversation. I really had a blast with the keynote. I had phenomenal reviews of the talk, so I can't wait for it to drop. But I took the time to really go through this introduction and really deep dive. And so I cover everything going on in geopolitics, the stuff that you're not hearing because of all the focus on the election. I worked really hard not to make this political, even though I was pretty fired up about last night in the biases that we're seeing and the fact that you saw Joe Biden on stage today, and you saw Kamala Harris and Donald Trump actually shake hands for the second time. But you didn't have, and they were on stage, and that was great, and you had a lot of bipartisanship today, but you had Joe Biden there in the middle. He's the president of the United States, and he actually looked like a pretty senile old man, and the fact that the media didn't comment on that at all just is really alarming and concerning and pretty biased. But with that, I really hope you guys enjoy this podcast, take a listen to it. There will be a lot more coming in on the Pipe Down Geopolitics, and I get into a very nerdy little bit in terms of the CO2 emission comparison between China and the U.S. and the power generation by fuel source between China and the U.S., which is an amazing comparison of story with our emissions declining and are really about our natural gas and coal-fired power generation increasing in China and what's going on there. So talk to you soon, folks. Bye.